On this episode of Crazy Train, for the first time ever, Nitro is on the road with 3 tours on 3 continents, which makes for a chaotic schedule. And if that wasn't enough, we're gearing up for the first annual Nitro World Games in Salt Lake City, Utah. We've been touring and doing shows for about 6 years now. We've always done 1 tour at a time. We have our core touring group. It's not just the riders, it's the catering, it's the staff, it's tickets, everything. But this year, we're doing something we never thought was possible. We're gonna be doing 3 tours at the same time on 3 different continents. And in the middle of all these massive tours, Mike and I are trying to put on the biggest action sports competition ever held, Salt Lake City, Utah, the Nitro World Games.
It's been Travis who has been the guy behind all of the thinking, really the mad professor, the brains behind coming up with these all new ramps.
It's really important to have a young rider's perspective because the guys pushing the limits shouldn't be too far separated from the guys building the ramps they have to push the limits on. And I've got the perfect guy. I invited Jacko Jackson Strong to my house to help test out the ramps. He's one of the most talented and, most importantly, craziest riders that I know. He's perfect for this job.
The ramp down here, it is like nothing I've ever seen before, but I'm taking Travis's word that he's gonna jump it first, and I'll watch him, and hopefully for some reason then that'll give me confidence.
Considering Jacko was on a borrowed bike hitting a ramp faster and steeper than he'd ever hit before, I think it went all right. A little bit of back and forth with the ramps, and we're definitely in a great spot to go forward with the next dimensions.
While Travis is testing all these new ramps for the World Games, all the guys on the Gigantic side just met up in Southern California, basically just try everything new for these 3 tours coming up.
It was like a giant Rubik's Cube that we had to get pulled together perfectly before we sent all these hundreds of people off to 3 different continents around the world.
Practices like this are awesome. We get all the guys out here and they're all excited to ride and they want to try new tricks, and it just leads to progression and awesome new tricks, and it's all just good fun, it's rad.
The hardest part about putting on 3 Nitro Live tours at once is finding athletes that can do their respective sport, like BMX or skate, but can also jump in something like a kayak, a boogie board, or any other dumb thing we try to get them on. Is a really tough find. There's just not a lot of us out there.
I'm not really so much nervous about tonight, about whether it's going to work, but I'm anxious about how it's going to work.
I think the fact that we need new people is awesome. I mean, we can't be 2 places at once, so obviously we need to grab people from outside, and it's cool to just give them the chance to shine and see what they can do.
Pretty nervous. It's been a dream since my first time I've ever done it. Just walking into the stadium, seeing the ramps is just incredible, and I feel like a little kid, and definitely a dream come true.
Shreveport, how you feeling tonight? Make some noise for Bruce Cook!
To be honest, I actually didn't expect the show to go as well as it did. Everybody was on their feet with a full standing ovation, and so it was like perfect ending. It was absolutely fantastic. It couldn't have gone better. And now flying straight to Australia to our first show down there.
Cam Sinclair, who went from 3 people, and now for this tour he's doing 5? I mean, come on.
In the middle of these 3 huge tours that are going on around the world, Travis was on the ground at his house and at other places working on the ramps.
We got everything set up. We got this bag up front with the huge jumps right there for best trick at World Games. We got Nitro Cap City Tour set up over there to that bag. Running out of time, man. Running out of time for World Games. You know, you had Greg Duffy, who is one of the best motocross racers out there. He's a great bike control. He just went after this one ramp, that double front flip ramp, and just worked his butt off. He used his moto training and that kind of stuff to do that.
That was gnarly. I think I hit it too fast.
Jumping! What the heck?
Freaking bomb, man.
How cool is that?
It only makes sense that we're back in Oz to celebrate Nitro's 10th anniversary. This is where the live tour started. This is what feels like home.
My name's Bilko and I like to party, Nitro Circus.
I can deal with this. We've got new ramps, we've got new tricks, everyone's throwing new stuff. It's gonna be quite an epic show.
1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 6, 7. The greatest man in action sports. The man who started it all. The man, the myth, the legend. Will you please welcome Travis Pastrana? This is already one of the biggest shows in Nitro history.
I know it's the 10th anniversary tour, but these guys stepped up to 11 on this one. I mean, you got the Jamaican bobsled, which rock, paper, scissors, the riders are losing, whoever's in that, and the fans are definitely winning. I mean, you got Cam Sinclair, who went from 3 people, which went okay, to 4 people, which we got thrown out of a couple countries and aren't allowed to do that ever again. And now for this tour, he's doing 5? I mean, come on. And at the end of the day, I mean, a VW bus? Come on, guys. When's this gonna end?
The new ramps in the Australian show was insane. I think it was like probably the biggest part of the show, and it was the biggest new thing that we could bring to the crowd. Those guys were doing double flip variations, double front flips on motorbikes, and it was just cool that they could do it safely, and we could watch them crash and not really badly hurt themselves.
During the last Australian Cap City tour, it was sellout show after sellout show. It just makes you feel so awesome to be part of something that you can see the kids and the adults alike just smiling. Everyone amped on being there.
While we're on tour in Australia, we decided to set up all these crazy ramps for Nitro World Games, so all the guys living on that side of the world have a chance to hit all these crazy ramps that Travis designed.
We've got all the latest Nitro Circus ramps out there that Travis has designed, and we have the big 199 ramp out there, and we've been practicing doing double backflips, double backflip combos. The possibilities are endless off that jump.
Yeah,
setting up the airbags, some gnarly stuff to go down.
It's so good that all these guys are really coming out, testing these ramps, because I want the riders to be able to do the biggest things they've ever thought of and have the ramps help them to make this as big and as safe as absolutely possible for Nitro World Games.
Pretty much fair game from here. We've got the ramp set up for everybody to come ride. Anybody who wants to compete in Nitro World Games is welcome to come here and ride these ramps and, you know, show us what they have. And then when qualifying comes down, it's fair game for everybody and should be level playing field. So I guess we get to see who is really the best, craziest, gnarliest riders.
They call me insane, but I'll bring y'all wanna be the best ambitions to a shuddering hope. I'm not the best of the rest. I'm at the
I think it's awesome that we get to come and practice for the event before it actually happens and everything. And most contests you show up and not even get like any practice and just have to go or something. So it's cool like having a ramp that you can get used to and ride and be able to see how it is. It's gonna be awesome.
Right when I walked in, I knew this was going to be a whole different deal. Resi landing means that people are definitely down to send it.
One of the things that was very important to us that doesn't happen at the moment anywhere in the world is to have an open games so that anyone in the world actually has a chance of qualifying.
What's up? I'm Jimmy Fitzpatrick. Here we are at Fitzland, and here we are at day one for Nitro Games qualifiers.
Really excited, super happy. I just won the first Nitro World Games qualifier. It was a tough competition. Man, I'm celebrating today.
We're out here at Nitro World Games qualifying, watching a bunch of dudes about to try and get in through pre-qualifying to ride Nitro Games.
Right when I walked in, I knew this was going to be a whole different deal. I saw the Resi landing, and I was like, Resi landing means that people are definitely down to send it.
We had some people that had never been in a major event before, actually qualified through our trials and made it through to the big event, the Nitro World Games in Utah. And that was deeply satisfying for both Travis and I.
Worked really hard, so for it to pay off feels really good. Really good.
Yeah, with everything happening, it's hard to fathom that we also, right now, have a tour going on in Europe.
I can't even imagine how much of a headache it is to control 3 tours at once. You've got a bunch of menace athletes running around everywhere, and then you're trying to get them to do perfect shows in 3 different countries. That just sounds like a huge headache.
Les Suisses, on va faire une ola et ça va partir de là. Vous êtes prêts? 3, 2, 1. Allez, 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 allez. On va suivre, on va suivre.
The reaction over there, particularly, you know, in places like France, they go nuts. They're really very, very passionate people. So the guys have really enjoyed riding in front of regional crowds in Europe.
Nitro World Games actually coming to fruition. Today is the day.
The semi-finals, that's where I really started to get excited because it was all working.
Today's semifinal consisted of BMX Best Trick, BMX Triple Hit, Skate Best Trick, and FMX. And each event had 16 of the best athletes in the world in their event trying to get one of those top 8 spots to make it onto tomorrow night, you know, the big live show. And no one left anything out there on the floor. Everyone threw down.
Gavin Godfrey comes in, qualifies through, everyone's like, well, you know, Gavin's a mountain bike rider, he'll never make it on BMX. And he's doing double backflip tail whips and double backflip 360s.
This has been, for me personally, by far the hardest period of time in my life. Through the hard part now, and it is going to work. The Nitro World Games is going to rock the action sports world, I can promise you.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Nitro World Games. How's it going, everybody? I am Todd Richards, and I am surrounded by action sports legends. Mr. Tony Hawk right here, he's gonna help co-host, and the brains behind this entire operation, Mr. Travis Pastrana.
This is a dream come true, Todd. To have all these people in there, seeing all these world firsts, all this big air, it's gonna be awesome.
Throw it over to BMX Triple Het with Jimmy Coleman and TJ Lavin.
This is Logan Martin. Logan Martin with a backflip tail whip. I went quad. That went 4 times around. That was a quad whip. Oh my God. Colton Walker, this guy's been pushing the progression of ramp riding lately. Oh, 360 double tail to truck driver, no problem.
Colton Walker, I mean, tail whip bar spin, same time. Like the bike's just, you can't do a tail whip without moving the bar. Like, I don't even know how that works. And just the kid's face was just, he is speechless.
Now it's time for freestyle motocross.
We got Harry Bink here on course.
Whoa. Front flip. Wow. No-hander. First time we've seen that out there.
You just saw an amazing progression of the sport. No-handed front flip. Into his one and only run is Josh Sheehan.
Whoa.
Double back.
Double back in the middle of his run. Sherwood.
Here's the 120-foot ramp.
Dead body.
We are moving on to skate. Tony Hawk and I are going to call this thing 13-year-old Evan Dory.
Coming in switch, backside 180.
Look at the finesse here on the switch backside 180.
Here goes Clay with that stalefish backflip again. Wow. Such a great looking trick.
Elliott Sloan.
Yo, look at that Indy 720. Perfect nose mount. Perfect landing.
He comes away with the victory.
BMX Best Tricks, for me, absolutely stole the show on World Games.
This event is BMX Best Tricks. This is a good time, Gavin Godfrey. Here we go. Oh, what is going on with this guy?
Is that an off-axis double backflip?
360 double backflip. Oh my gosh, what is this kid doing? That is some air awareness that we've never had in the BMX world.
This is bigger than any Nitro Circus live show. There's more tricks going down than I've ever seen before, and the crowd's absolutely insane.
Curtis Downs, he's sniffing on the edge of the podium. He's one spot outside.
A quad whip backflip! A quad whip backflip! The first time that's ever been done. I don't even think it's been done on a video game, bro. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Our Willie has so much to prove. He comes from a scooter background. And when everyone said, you can't do it on a bicycle, he jumps on a bicycle, 720 front flips.
What was that? What is that? That was awesome. There's no way that should be done on a bike.
And then to see Willie, who's a scooter rider, basically quieten up every person that's ever criticised him as a scooter rider, wins the gold medal in BMX.
I'm Ryan Williams, I'm a scooter kid, and I just got first in BMX in the Nitro Games. Woo!
I've never been more nervous and not been riding for an event in my entire life.
Freestyle best trick.
Pat Bowden salutes the crowd here in Salt Lake City. Oh! We're jumping up and down up here. Wait until you see this trick from the side angle. First guy to congratulate him, look at that. Hits the mechanical kicker, and he gets out.
Look at the extension, that is ridiculous.
Wow. And he holds it, half of the trick he holds it, comes around. Looked like it wanted to throw him over the front of the landing.
Josh Sheehan with another run. He's going to go for it.
Massive extension, and he rides out of it perfectly.
Absolutely nails.
This is absolutely amazing. And here we go, double
We're
front
not
flip.
waiting on this. Double front flip. Great Duffy, we didn't even get on.
When Duffy landed, and I came around and I didn't care, he had, like, his ribs were shot. He just dropped 40 feet from the sky, landed flat, took it to the chest, couldn't breathe, and I tackled him so hard, and he was like, "Hee!" I'm like, I don't care, man, you're alive, you're gonna be walking out of this. And for the first time in my life, I broke down and started crying on national television.
I can't even talk right now. He's the only rider from America in this final. He has put his heart, he has put his soul, his family, his little girl are here watching, man.
I'm pumped, man. I'm at a loss for words. Just so much going through my mind. Can't thank everybody enough. Travis, Mike Pora, Jeff Cernix, and everybody else. Thank you.
For me, my reaction was by far more than anything else I've ever done, I think, in my life. My reaction was purely relief.
When all was said and done, it all worked. The TV production, the riders, everybody came through, and no one died. Matter of fact, no one even broke a bone. And that is what we promised. And to deliver that, and to see all my friends walk home with a smile on their face, even the ones that lost, and no one in an ambulance, can't have asked for more.